This is Daily Armenia, ＳիվիլNeթ's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Following Sunday's municipal election in Vagharshapat, which was won by the ruling Civil Contract Party, 5 members of the opposition Victory Alliance have been charged with suspected vote buying. They are accused of receiving, giving, or mediating bribes during the campaign. Yesterday, police searched the homes of several alliance members, including Karen Gevorgyan, Armen Davityan, Mais Melkonian, and Tigran Gevorgyan, as part of evidence gathering in multiple ongoing criminal proceedings. The Anti-Corruption Committee told ＳivilNeթ it would provide additional information if necessary, but offered no further details on the scope of the investigation. According to the Central Election Commission, the Victory Alliance placed second in the vote, receiving 10,051 ballots to Civil Contract's 15,298. This investigation unfolds as political groups review the results and preparations begin for the formation of Vagharshapat's new municipal council. In a video message released today, Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan said the election outcome reflected a contrast in the narratives presented to voters. He argued that Civil Contract promoted a positive vision for the future, while opposition parties focused on themes of crisis. Pashinyan added that he expects similar dynamics in next June's parliamentary elections. A Yerevan court ruled today that the pretrial detention of businessman Samvel Karapetyan is being extended for an additional 2 months, keeping the billionaire owner of the Tashir Group in custody as investigations against him continue. Karapetyan has been jailed since June for comments he made in an interview that investigators say constituted a call to overthrow the government and disrupt the constitutional order. In October, new charges of money laundering were added to his case. Karapetyan denies all accusations, and earlier attempts to secure his release on bail were rejected. The ruling comes a day after regulators stripped one of Karapetyan's flagship companies of its right to operate. Armenia's Public Services Regulatory Commission on Monday revoked the license of Electric Networks of Armenia, ENA, the country's main electricity distributor owned by the Russian-based Tashir Group. 4 commissioners supported the move, with 1 dissenting. The vote followed 3 days of contentious hearings involving technical setbacks, procedural disputes, and confrontations between ENA's representatives and the government-appointed temporary management team. The government's conflict with ENA has deepened since Karapetyan's arrest, which his legal team characterizes as politically motivated. His family has filed a $500 million arbitration claim in Stockholm, alleging violations of international investment protections. Earlier this month, Karapetyan's nephew took to the Tucker Carlson show, where he portrayed Pashinyan as an authoritarian ruler who is attempting to destroy the Armenian church, and that his uncle is being persecuted for attempting to defend Armenian Christians. The episode now has over 400,000 views on YouTube. Armenian and Azerbaijani parliamentary delegations held a bilateral meeting in Istanbul today within the framework of the OSCE Parliamentary Assembly session. This follows a meeting between the speakers of the 2 parliaments last month. According to the Armenian Parliament's press office, the sides highlighted the positive role of the recent Washington summit and exchanged views on the understandings reached there. The delegations also discussed next steps aimed at strengthening peace between Armenia and Azerbaijan, emphasizing the importance of parliamentary support in both countries as the process moves forward. The conversation also touched on measures to build trust between the 2 nations, highlighting the role the country's parliaments can play in advancing confidence-building initiatives and maintaining constructive dialogue. And finally, the ＳivilNeթ number of the day is 1679. That's the year Yerevan's historic Red Bridge was constructed, though its foundations date to an earlier bridge from the 13th century. After falling into ruin over the past decades, it was reopened yesterday following a public-private restoration project. The bridge is made of red tuffstone and crosses the Hrazdan River. It was once the only link between Yerevan and the Ararat Plain to the east. At the opening, Minister of Culture Jana Andreasyan said the greater goal is to make Yerevan's historical and cultural heritage more visible and accessible. And as always, please follow СivilNeթ for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.